Good morning. Here we are. Certainly the biggest speed workout that I have ever done. It's looking pretty amazing out here. Sun's first light of the day is looking motivating, I'll say. So what am I doing for this speed day? Well, it's going to be 12 miles total. The goal is to, number one, push the pace, to feel like I'm really working hard. And two, to me, is the main goal is to simulate having to finish, having to get through that fatigue, to get done. Once you get to that breaking point, get close to that wall that you inevitably, or that I at least inevitably hit when I'm doing my races. So I'm going to do 4 warm-up miles at, whatever it ends up being, pace-wise. And then I'm going to do 4 miles up in the tempo. Hopefully somewhere around 7 minutes a mile. And then 4 cool-down miles, somewhere around 8.5, hopefully. Yeah, so like I said, it's going to be 4 warm-up, 4 really hard, 4 essentially cool-down. But the whole point of the cool-down is to simulate being at the hard part of the race. So I've done the hard work, and now I've just got to finish, which is not necessarily true, but it is kind of how you feel sometimes. You get to the point where you've been running the race as hard as you can, and it's just time to, you're just like, all I want to do is just get to the finish line, So that's what I'm trying to simulate with this type of speed workout, is get warmed up so I take care of myself and get the general miles that I need, do the hard work, and then once you're done with the hard work, you still got some miles to do. So that's what I'm trying to simulate here. Might be right, might be wrong, I don't know, but I thought through it as logically as I could and built a plan. So that's what we're going to do. Mile 1, 9:19. Mile 2, 8:18. Getting warmed up, getting the joints loose, getting ready for this speed to happen. So my first mile was a minute slower than my second mile, and there is a reason for that. The reason is that, hang on, let me get situated. The reason is my first mile is essentially written off as a true warm-up. Just get moving. Now, why is my second mile a full minute faster? Well, that's because now, after sticking to the aerobic threshold training plan at a certain heart rate, I can handle a higher workload. I can run harder and stay at that heart rate. So, just more proof that aerobic threshold training is the way to go. I had said on an Instagram post earlier this week that to prepare for your really important big speed days, You need to treat it like race day. And due to work yesterday, I did most of it right, but I did not get to go to bed on time. I was recording some guitars in the studio, and things don't always go to plan. And I ended up being there till about midnight. And it's only like a 2-minute drive to my house from the studio, but it means I don't fall asleep till 12:31, and then get up at 5:30 to start this. I'm doing these 4 warm-up miles, and I feel like I've got a 4-mile race coming up. Like I've got that energy, I've got those nerves, I got that feeling like I'm really about to go try to prove something. And that's what I'm talking about, mindset-wise, treating your big runs like race day. Because I'm ready to get after it. Can I do it? I don't know. Will I keep a pace? I don't know. But I'm excited about it, and I'm ready to give it everything I've got. Mile 3, 8:31. At my current running skill level, you know, I kind of think of 8:19 and 8:31 as the same pace. So I'm happy with that. Mile 4 done. 8:09. Time to change shoes. Pick up the pace. I missed mile 5 because I was passing people. Didn't look down. We'll check when we edit the video. Definitely slowing down. Won't be able to hold 7, maybe 7:15, 7:30-ish. Mile 6, 7:06. Oh, the sounds and the feeling of a real struggle. It is. This is rough. It's good. It's good for me. This is where the growth happens. I don't get better. I don't get faster if it gets easier. I want to get up and be equal to the challenge, not bring the challenge down to me. Mile 7, 7:11. Mile 8, 7:10. Done with the speed part. Time to change back into the daily running shoes and do 4 more. I'm happy with this speed workout. It did what I wanted to do. I know I'm taking a break now because of water, change shoes, but I felt almost the same feeling that I've felt about, I don't know, 3/4 or more done with the races that I've been doing, where you're just trying to catch your breath, you're just trying to keep up, you're just trying to be able to finish a little bit. And I wanted to simulate that. Now I have to go do 4 more miles. All I gotta do is finish. But this is exactly what I was after, was that. Make me finish when I don't want to. When I'm really tired, when I'm really struggling. Just keep going. Oh, so now we go do that lap again. And we'll have a little bit better of a recap once I'm done and can breathe again. Let's go. Going from the ons to the Brooks. The Brooks definitely felt lighter, but once I put the ons back on, it is. Golly, I feel like I'm running with cinder blocks in my feet, but they're more comfortable. This is gonna be a difficult 4 miles. I feel it. Mile 9, 8:19. Doing this kind of training run has the heart rate elevated. So even though I'm running easier now, since I was already in that zone, it's harder to come back down. And I say easy. This is not aerobic threshold zone 2 easy. This is just the quickest that feels truly sustainable without having to like keep saying, oh, pick up the pace, pick up the pace. Just good hard running. But every little incline just barely feels like a big hill. And I know I've got one big old hill coming to finish.
I'm not looking forward to it, but I am looking forward to getting to the top of it and knowing that it's all the way downhill to finishing this big and quite successful and productive speed workout for Project Half Marathon. Mile 10, 8 minutes even. Look at this place. I'm really enjoying running here. It's a little bit of a drive to get to it, but it makes the runs enjoyable. Crossing the bridge for the last time of this run. It's a good view. It's cool. So here comes my hill that I've been dreading, but it also means I'm just about done. Let's crush it. Mile 11, 8:23. Last mile, here we go. And done. Mile 12, 8:07. So I had to rush to get away from the run. Didn't really get to do a recap. I'll do that in a separate clip if you're interested. But it was a great run. I think that I can definitely achieve the goal. I ran 12 in 1 hour 35 minutes. I wanted to do 13.1 in under an hour and 45 minutes. It was a great run. It did the things I wanted to do. It simulated what I wanted it to simulate, which I will get into in a little bit. So now I've had a little bit of time to recover from the run. It's been a day or two, and I'm actually here on vacation out in Florida. But I wanted to go over that run and what it did and how well it worked, because essentially what I did was combine my long run and my speed day, which have been separate days for me. But as I get into these longer races, I got to do longer runs at higher tempos. And so doing it this way was great. It did exactly what I wanted it to do, which was really, it's hard to train for the end of a race without doing the work that leads up to the end of the race. So doing this with 4 easy, 4 hard, and 4 at race pace really did turn out pretty good. You know, if you're training for a half marathon or a marathon, I would recommend this type of speed day. It's probably what I'm gonna do for the rest of this training block. While I'm here, I'm also going to be training in a much hotter and a much more humid climate than I'm used to. So that's what we're gonna go over in the next video. I'm actually out here getting my caffeine and electrolytes in, which I'll discuss more for training in different climates. Because, you know, sometimes you race in different areas, you visit different areas, and you don't always get to feel like you're at home with what you're used to. So we'll go over that in episode 4. But for now, that's the end of episode 3. That was a massive speed day for me. Maybe not for you, maybe not for everybody, but if you're at about the same level as me, it was a great speed day. It was very successful in what I wanted it to simulate and what I wanted to get out of it. So we're getting closer and closer to that half marathon, which means we're also getting closer to the marathon. So I'm kind of doing a double prep here. So I might be getting to the point where I'm doing longer than half marathon distance long runs before I even run it, which will make me feel better. I probably will not be doing longer than marathon runs before I get to the marathon. That'll probably be the longest run I've ever done when I do it. But for now, that's episode 3 of Project Half Marathon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and look forward for number 4 coming soon.